it's Lisa from budgetequestrian.com, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of my property. I've had a couple people ask about my barn or my tack room, so I figured I'd just kind of walk through my whole property and show you what it's like where we live. This is the entrance of our house, so if you were coming to our house, this is our driveway. So let's show you what it's like. Since I have my horses where I live, I can't really show you like, oh, I'm driving to the barn because I live here, so I'm walking to the barn. But we've lived here for a while now, and it's nice. We do want more property, so eventually we're thinking we are going to sell this house and get more property. But one thing is I like is the driveway is paved, which is nice. And then this is the horse pasture slash my riding area. And this is the front of the house. And then this is our front yard, kind of looking through the trees to our neighboring properties. And yes, I already have put out my Christmas wreaths on my house, getting a head start. And then this is the side, and this is the chicken coop, which I think I've shown you the entire chicken coop before. That's our little chicken house. This is our backyard. We actually fenced that in so that our dogs could have an area that they could run around in, and they didn't have to just be chained up when they run around. And then this pasture is our back pasture that we made for the horses, and we actually did that when we were having our lean-to barn put up because we needed to have somewhere to put them while they were putting up the barn. So that was where they lived for a while. And then that's our backyard. So there is Ethan and Frisbee. They're waiting patiently for me to clean their stalls. Kind of nasty because I cleaned them yesterday, but I haven't cleaned them yet today. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning, Ethan. Good morning, Frisbee. Yes, the ponies. There's my ponies. So, and this is what I worked on in one of my more recent videos. I made that fence there, nuts for Frisbee to keep the snow out of his stall because his stall gets full of snow in the winter. But what my barn is it is 12 foot wide and it's 32 feet long. So each of those stalls is about 11 feet. And then I have the tiny tack room on the side that's pretty small, but it serves its purpose of keeping stuff. It's hard for me to get used to having a separate tack and feed room though, so I don't use this probably as much as I could. But I know I've done videos in here before, but people have asked for a tack room tour, and this place is it's going to get redone because it's not very functional how I have it set up right now. I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't work as good as it could. So that's what I'm going to be working on over the next couple of months. So it's really narrow, it's really long. My blankets are hung up, my winter blankets, which will be getting used here shortly. It has one skylight and basically one wall that's connected to the barn itself, so I can put all kinds of stuff up on it. And yeah, I don't have a lot of my stuff in here right now because it is getting colder out. So like all my bridles and stuff, they're inside. I do have my helmets up here and my barn, my rules. Linda had one of those too that I made for her. And there's my portable saddle rack that I just recently made a video on. My grooming halters that I made, and a little bench, and then all of my saddle pads. I think that's probably one of my favorite ones. That is Frisbee saddle pad. So that is my tack room. Like I said, it's a work in progress, but it's hopefully I'm going to have it all set up pretty nice in the next couple of months. And this is my cute little red barn. I do love this little barn. This is my feed room slash everything else. This is where we store a lot of stuff. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind, which if we do end up selling, we are going to have to go through and get rid of. But again, I've done some videos from in here. This is where I keep all of my feed. So basically I get the front part of the barn, and then the back part of the barn is for storage. So I have all of my horse related stuff up here that's not in my first aid kit, but I have a lot of first aid stuff up here because I do end up using that a lot. Just random things, but this is a good space. There's the boys' feed, my water bottle. And this is what my grooming box usually looks like because I just kind of put everything in there, especially when it comes to winter time. I like to have one tack box, so that's not very organized. I like to have one grooming box, and that's not very organized. I need to organize that later. So, but it's nice. I really like this little red barn. It's cute. It's very functional. These blue buckets are really nice. It's just a 55-gallon plastic bucket, but it's nice to put the tools in so everything stays in one spot. There is our electric fence charger that you can hear charging, and that is keeping the fence energized. So this is the front pasture slash my riding area. In the riding area, I think you've seen that in a couple of videos. It's nice, it's sandy, so the ground isn't hard, and that's actually sand that we brought in. But it's a good size for the horses to play in, and usually they are kept out here in this front pasture, not so much in the back pasture because we try to keep that as nice as possible with the grass, and I don't want them to overgraze it because otherwise it'll look like this, just dead, and we don't want that to happen. So one thing that I really do like about our property is we are right up on the Greenbelt, and what the Greenbelt is it's basically a trail system. So I can come out, take my horses right from my property, and then have access to miles and miles of trails. And a lot of times we'll walk our dogs down here, but sometimes I even just take my horses out here just to walk them, literally like I walk a dog, because it gets them used to different environments and gets them used to being away from home and away from each other. So there's lots of deer and stuff that run around down here. But so this is the end of our property, and have our little sign that says don't touch it because it's electrified. But then this is the Greenbelt. So this is just trails, and it just kind of meanders through our subdivision and actually through other subdivisions as well, which is really cool. And then that's the back of the house, and then there's the barn again. So that's Harley having fun. Hi Harley! Hi Harleykins! Rolling in what once was grass but now is dirt because that's one of his favorite spots to roll. And that is Mufasa playing fetch. It's one of his favorite things to do. So this is why it's really cool to have the fenced backyard, because that way the dogs can come out and play and we don't have to, worry about them, and then they get to run around. So, and that's my husband, that's Dale. And that has been a tour of my property and where we live. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was actually kind of fun to make. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again real soon.